Come on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker, a little excited today. My co-host, Rusty, who is also excited. We're holding a couple of darling dogs. These are Chinese Crested. Have you never seen one? Well, you've missed something because these dogs are adorable. And Lesa is here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And you are actually a groomer.
I am. Yes.
So, being familiar with these breeds, and I am a little bit, I've never had one, which is saying a lot. I've had a lot of different breeds, but they are adorable. Now, tell me about this breed.
They are a unique little part of the toy group. RC, this is mine, is actually a powder puff. So normally she would have long hair all over, but I just cut it to do the color.
Okay.
Piper is what they call a hairy hairless. She grows some hair, but not nearly as much as what RC would grow.
So they are basically a hairless breed, the cousin of which is the powder puff.
Right.
And they are extraordinary little dogs. Now, some of the problems can be from overheating. The sun can, hurt their skin, right?
Well, it's good for the hairless and the hairy hairless to get a little bit of sun, so they get a little bit of pigment, but too much sun can hurt.
So what do you, when you're in the sun, say you want to take your dog to the beach or something, you have to put something on it?
An SPF 30 about.
So you put a sunscreen?
Yes.
Okay. So how do they get by in the winter?
Great, they wear clothes, a lot of clothes. These girls have quite a wardrobe.
Yes. Well, of course, I and my viewers and all of us here can't help but notice the color.
Yes.
And I suppose as a groomer, you just couldn't resist.
I couldn't. RC was actually given to me to do creative work on.
Oh.
She had finished her championship, and the lady who had her said, I just want her to go to someone who's going to love her and do pretty colors on her. So.
Yes, and I was going to say the Chinese Crested actually are kind of a new thing for AKC. So I would love to, and I've never seen them shown, but I can imagine that they just really strut.
They do, yeah. I've shown Chinese Crested in the past, and they are fun to show.
Well, they are the dogs of the week. She says, I smell something that smells good here, and I'm looking for it, Pat. But we have made you and your dogs, the dogs are dogs of the week. You are the handler of the week. This is a $100 gift certificate to A1 Pet Emporium. And we do have, I just kind of wanted to show everybody the personalities on these animals because they are so precious. What is that? What is that? Look, goodness sakes. They said, oh my gosh, what do you think it is? I said, I don't know, but Mom, what is that? Well, they are precious, and we are so appreciative of you bringing them in and kind of enlightening on people. They do make good family dogs.
Yes.
They are very, very sweet. Fragile in the sense that, yes, they can get fallen on, they can get dropped there. A little like the Chihuahua or that kind of thing, they are, the bones are very, very slim. Look at her, I can't get over the way she's looking here.
Hey Pat, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a great lap dog. She won't get fallen on at all. She's going to sit here and hang out with me.
We noticed that you coordinated your shirt and
we
the
got
color
some matching
here.
color. That's like perfect. Look at that. That's just like ideal.
I would give
color.
her. I would give her to you to take home, but I'm sure I'd get a little rebuttal.
Yeah, probably not safe. But we won't know. She'll just go.
Slip right into your coat.
I would get in trouble if I went back to work.
That's true. That's true. Well, we thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'd like for you to kind of do a demo for us real quickly on how you groom these dogs.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Owning a dog is an enormous responsibility. Whether you are raising a puppy or whether you adopt an older dog, there's a lot of care involved. When you bring a dog home, be sure that it's the kind of dog that's going to fit in with your family. And remember this, you are a trainer to your dog. Every day that you interact with your dog on any level, you're teaching him something about himself, about you, and about the world around him. Be sure it's something good. So, Lesa, I just couldn't resist. I had to show them as they were standing how beautiful they were. And so tell me, when you're grooming a dog like this, now this was the powder puff, this was the one that had hair. So you actually clipped it backwards.
Actually,
you actually shaved the whole thing,
yes.
okay.
And up to her shoulder blades. Give her a little band on her tail, down to her hock, and then a finger's width above her.
Right, so you did all of that with the razor,
Right.
with the automatic. And so what kind of grooming do they require just on a daily basis?
Daily basis, just upkeep, wiping out the eyes, make sure the ears are clean, we brush teeth. Weekly, I do nails. And then Piper gets a bath more often because the hairy, hairless, and the hairless are more prone to acne. There's special products out for Chinese Cresteds that people use. And so she gets bathed about weekly. RC gets bathed about every other week.
Every other week, okay. So you have to be careful in the kind of shampoo. You can't use a people shampoo on this dog. So what kind, because they are, their hair is so, and their skin is so much this way, and as we say, you can feel the heat coming through that they generate. So what kind of shampoo? Is it a special kind of dog shampoo?
It's just a hypoallergenic shampoo. I use that on most of the dogs I groom just to be safe.
Excellent. So we were mentioning, and I had heard about the teeth. Now I know that the powder puff has its teeth and everything, and the hairless, what is that?
They don't necessarily have to have all their teeth. Part of their genetics is that if they lose the hair, some of them will lose some teeth.
Leave some teeth. So that it is a recessive gene that creeps up, and when these dogs they started out powder puffy, and ended up, as we say, with the hairless, and some people just absolutely go crazy for these dogs, and they become obsessed with them. They are so darling, and they do carry them with them. A lot of personalities and Hollywood people do that kind of thing. So it is really interesting to find out. And of course, if they come without the color, this normally would be a light, a white one, right?
She'd be white.
Oh, you're so cute.
White
yes,
with cream.
Yes.
And Piper is actually black and white. The only color on her is on the white hair.
Yes.
So.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Well, we appreciate it. There again, we're learning so much. And folks, these are actually really cute dogs to have in your family. They get along with kids. As I say, you wouldn't want a younger child around these dogs because they could fall on them and hurt them. But their dispositions are good, and they are adorable. They can be lap dogs, and they can very much bond very closely with their owners. She says, Pat, you're so right. Oh, good kisses, good kisses.
Marcy's loving this.
I love that. I love that. So there again, we appreciate it. It's so exciting, isn't it, Rusty?
It's great.
It really, really is. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Free to Live has a new project.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, make sure you join the conversation on social media. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. We'd love to hear a story of your furry friend, so send us an email to pat@dogtalktv.com. You could be featured as our Dog of the Week. Now, enjoy the show.
So I got a call from Matt out at Free to Live, and he said, Pat, we've got a new project going. I said, really? I said, tell me about it. He said, no, you've got to come see it.
Uh-oh.
So I went out. Let me show you how that went. At Free to Live, folks. I got a call from Matt saying that there was something here that I ought to see. When I got here, I could agree with him. This is a big truck. Matt, what's going on?
Good to see you. What do you
Good to
think?
see you. I think it's wonderful, but I really love potato chips.
Indeed. Well, hopefully we're going to make it look a little bit different than this, but this is going to be the Freedom Tales mobile. And
Freedom Tales, and what does that mean?
Freedom Tales, we are going to do a number of things. One of the main things is we're going to do mobile adoption and humane education. So we'll be able to take animals, dogs, cats throughout the city and do adoption, but then we're also going to go to schools. There's an incredible curriculum called Mud Agrees. It's developed by Yale and the North Shore Animal League. It's social emotional learning, anti-bullying, all kind of wrapped around the package of animal welfare. So teaching that through
Excellent. I love that. I love it. Of course, education is the whole answer, the whole foundation to our mission. How people like you and I will educate all these kids that will grow up being animal advocates, and that's a biggie.
Definitely. And you know, with almost 300 animals out here, we've got to be kind of in the middle of nowhere. So this is a great opportunity for us to go in the community and to reach, like you said, the next generation, to let them know what we do is free to live, but also then to try to help so there's less homeless animals and abused animals in the next generation.
Exactly. Let's take a look inside.
Awesome, let's do it.
So big, it's so tall.
It is big.
Wow.
Come on in.
Oh my gosh, I may need help here. There you go. Look at that. This is enormous. So tell me now, what do you plan on doing?
Yeah, we're gonna clear out these shelves, and first thing, you know, we will build a space where we can transport the animals, have crates and things. That's gonna have air conditioning and heating back here, so that they're comfortable and secure whenever we go places. We're gonna have a screen mounted up on the side so that when students and other people come and visit, they'll be able to see pictures of our animals and material on there.
So they will come into this unit?
Yes, kind of come in to see it, and there'll be a huge window on the side. So even when people are just milling around outside, they'll be able to see through. It'll be very open. We hope it to be an experience, not just a transport vehicle, but we want it to be an experience where people learn and are excited to help animals through this.
What an addition. Fantastic project. So how long will it take?
We're working really hard to be ready this summer. To launch it out.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Pat.
How are you?
How are you?
Just fine. How are you?
You are an Eagle Scout, I can tell. So what are you doing here?
I'm part of Troop 1. We are the oldest troop west of Mississippi, and I decided to volunteer Free to Live to create storage for food, water, and equipment.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So they're out here a lot, and they do a lot of different things. So well, this is fantastic. Now tell me what this red area is on you.
This red arrow is the Order of the Arrow. It's kind of like the honor society for Troop 1. Or any Scout troop.
So it's an honor society among Scout troops. So.
Yes.
And an Eagle Scout is that as much as you can go? Is that as high as you can go?
That's the highest you can go before you turn into a Venture Scout.
Okay.
A Venture Scout goes around the world.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, around the world. That's excellent.
And does adventure camps like Philmont, which is a high mountain camp that you spend a few
Into
days
the mountains.
in.
Whoa, that's excellent. So your project is going to be building shelves and everything for a storage area?
Yeah, you know, we have so many donations that come in of food and litter and just all kinds of things. And so we need a way to keep that organized so that it really gets to the animals. So they're building some really incredible space for us to utilize
That's
that.
great. So you have, who sponsors this?
No one at this point.
No one at this point? Well, hey, I've got a point here. Dog Talk will do it for you.
Wow.
Okay?
Very nice.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
that,
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited. I am so encouraged. You see, this is what we're talking about, isn't it?
For sure.
Now, this is an organization that they always do good things. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, these organizations are really wonderful. And what we need to do is to reach those kids, you know, who are not in these particular organizations, but all the good that you guys do, you see, you're models for this, for us. Animal advocacy is such an important factor. So I'm very impressed. By golly, you're right. We'll do that.
That's incredible.
Okay?
All right.
And so we will be looking for this machine, this huge facility, and it'll take about, how long did you say?
Okay, hopefully this summer. Hopefully this summer, a couple months.
Okay,
So,
well, can we come back and see the real
please,
thing?
we'd love to take you on a ride. So.
I will love it. That will be great. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. And
Thanks,
thank
Pat.
you, sir, for
Appreciate
doing
it.
everything that your Scout troop does.
No problem.
And what a wonderful thing that this scout troop is doing.
That
I
is
applaud
fantastic.
them. It is. They do such good work. And of course, I guess, as he said, the Eagle Scouts, they get to be a certain age, then that's what it is.
Right.
So that is just remarkable, and we're looking forward to getting some film on that new truck that they have, Free to Live.
It'll be great to see how they make the adjustments.
Gosh.
It's going to be beautiful for them.
Oh gosh,
so.
it really will be. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Donna Hout is here from the library down in Norman, and she will tell us about some events they're having.
Great.
We'll be right back. Imagine if you were this dog. Wouldn't you be confused by this man's action? What could this animal have done to deserve being abandoned? Left alone, vulnerable to traffic on roads and highways, exposed to harsh weather, the list of dangers for this dog is infinite. Please, if you can't keep your pet, call your local animal shelter and your local rescue for help. Find them on the internet or call information. And please, don't dump your pets.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Well, we are having some very interesting experience here. I thought at first that Rusty, who is obviously not here, had gone to take a nap. It kind of sounds like it. So what is this little robot down here?
Well, I'm from the Norman Library.
Yes, and you're Donna, and this is Jamie. How are you?
And one of the things that we have at the library is a computer training center. And they do robotic clubs and free classes for adult kids, teens and children.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this is one of our robot dogs.
And so this robot dog, what do you do with him? Does he just sleep all day?
No. He actually is, they learn how to build it, and then they learn how to program it.
How to program him, that's interesting. Well, we'll probably turn him off for right now.
Okay.
And then so we can chat a little bit. So can you
I can.
say Robo-Dog?
I wish it were that easy. But
Sit, stay.
But I do know how to turn them off, so that's...
Yeah. That's darling,
there it
though. It really is. It really is cute. And they build this kind of thing. Oh my gosh. How old are the kids who do that, Donna?
It's mainly the teens that come in for these kind of classes, but they do have classes for kids that are coding, younger girls who code. What grade levels are those like?
I think it is from like 3rd through 6th grade.
3rd through 6th grade, excellent. So who is this precious pickle that is absolutely not robotic?
No.
It's a precious, precious puppy. And who is this?
This is Elmore.
This is Elmore.
And he's one of my rescue dogs, and he's come to several events at the library, and so he's kind of become our ambassador.
Our mascot.
Our mascot.
I love it, the mascot, exactly.
Yeah.
So tell me what's going on. You have an event.
We do, July 22nd from 11 to 2, which is a Saturday. We have the Dog and Cat Days of Summer.
Wow.
And we have a lot of different people coming, organizations coming. We're a nonprofit organization, so everyone that's coming, it's not raising money for themselves. They'll be raising money for our dogs and cats. And
excellent. That's wonderful. And so then that's going to be, tell me again the date?
It's July 22nd.
July the 22nd.
11 to 2. And do you remember some of the people that we have coming?
We have the Norman Animal Welfare is coming, and they're going to have their little mobile adoption center.
Excellent.
So there will be
Excellent.
dogs and I think cats.
So
available.
it's going to be in Norman. So that is just excellent. Well, we are so glad that you guys stopped by and brought Elmer, and I hope you bring him back again because he is charming, this dog.
Yep.
You've done a good job with him. So where did you tell me again you got him?
We got him at the Oklahoma Humane Society.
Okay.
And had him a couple years now. And
The Central Oklahoma Humane? Okay.
We sure do.
Excellent. So you've had him for a couple years. Oh, he is wonderful. He is. What a happy dog.
And he's all dressed up for you too.
And
Yes,
he is
put
dressed up.
his
got
fancy
his.
shirt on.
I love this. Rusty
Yeah.
would like that. That looks like a color Rusty would like. So I appreciate it so much, you guys coming out. It's just been great. And Jamie, thank you so much.
You're
Now
welcome.
we have all of the information. We've got your robot dog down here. So guys, this would be a wonderful event for you to see. Go out and enjoy and engage in all of this. What will there be things to buy or things to see? Or
we've got lots of different, like I said, different organizations coming. We have teen volunteers that are going to be there, and they're going to be helping people make cat toys and dog toys.
Look at that! I love it.
Products.
And this is a toy, and they're going to
Yes.
be selling them.
Nope, they're going to be they're going to be teaching people how to make them.
How to make them?
And
That
then
is
they can take 'em
extraordinary.
home.
That's a wonderful
And-
toy.
Yeah, especially how many times have you bought a toy and it lasts about 20 minutes? So
That's
this is
true.
Really nice.
That's
It's a
true. At my
recycled
house with
product.
multiple
Yeah.
dogs, they don't last
Yeah.
too long. But these are wonderful. They really are. Well, Donna, we're going to absolutely. I think Michelle is going to be out there, and we're going to hear all about it. And I wish you
Yeah.
well. It's going to be a wonderful event. Now, is this going to be annual?
Don't know yet.
Don't know. It coincides.
Let's make it an annual one. How about that? Let's plan for it.
Right.
I
Our
think
theme
that's
this
great.
year is Build a Better World.
Oh,
Summer
I love
reading.
that. I
And
love
so we
that. In
decided
today's
that would be
world,
good
that's
for
really
our
a
pets.
very profound
Yeah.
statement. We appreciate it.
And,
Thank you so much. Well, it was really, really great. And do come back and bring him. So
Yeah.
we're going to toss this over to Rusty. And Trish Clark has some information on us on how to feed your pet or their skin and their well-being. We'll be right back. Here's a quick tip for helping your dogs maintain a normal body temperature throughout the summer season. Provide cool water pools for them to hop into. Plastic baby pools are great. Also, new plastic cement mixing tubs are very inexpensive and sturdy. Provide plenty of fresh water daily, keeping buckets and pools in a shaded area. If you have a covered patio, provide your dog with a comfortable blanket or bed. And remember, folks, the heat you feel is twice as hard on your pet.
We're back with Trish from A1 Pet Emporium.
Hi, Rusty. How are
hey,
you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So earlier the show, we had a Chinese Crested.
Yes.
And so there are some things that pet owners should consider about grooming and skin, and you brought some things for us
I did.
today.
You know, with Chinese Crested, because they don't have a whole lot of hair, they do need to be, bathed and groomed more often. But they also get dry skin. And so some of the things that you can do, coconut oil is amazing, not only for your hairless type animals, but also just as a routine supplement for dogs and cats, because it not only helps their skin, but it also helps with aiding in digestion. So you can even, if you have a dog that gets a hot spot even, or a sore or a callus, you can rub it on there. And if they digest it, if they lick it off, it's not going to be harmful to them. It'll actually be beneficial. I started using salmon oil a couple of years ago, well, about a year ago with my dogs, because I have a lab, and I started noticing that his coat wasn't looking as shiny as it had been, when he was younger. And this has been just amazing.
Well, I see you also brought some snacks and some food
I got
to
some
us.
treats, that specialize in, skin and coat. And then I've got some food that also kind of, is more geared towards helping that skin and coat. Basically, anything that's going to be fish-based or salmon-based is awesome for your pets.
And I was wondering too about, with the Chinese Crested, there are also the butterfly ones that have the little coats and everything.
Right.
But dogs that have double coats, cats who lick their coats constantly. Want to mention that about the kitties?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, anything that you can do to help get some of that coat out. I had a double-coated cat, and as he got older, he had a hard time,
And they lick it, and they get fur balls
So
and all
you know,
of this
if
stuff
you can,
too.
if you have long-haired cats or dogs, or even double-coated, you know, help brushing, especially 2 times a year when they try to.
Absolutely.
You know.
But it just goes stands to reason that if the intake that they get from all the nutrients, that helps
Exactly.
considerably. There is no doubt about that, folks. So you really, really need to go in and see Trish and talk with her about it if you have any kind of problems like this. And people sometimes just don't address the hair coat problems.
Right.
But there are ways to help.
And I'll tell you, the coat of the dog or a cat can tell you a lot about their health.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
The healthier you can get their coat, then typically the healthier they are on the inside as well.
Yeah, it really is. And we appreciate it so much,
Thank
Trish.
you.
Every time you come in, we learn something new, and that's important.
I appreciate being here and helping our customers.
And we want to remember, too, that you have 3 locations
We do
now.
have 3 locations. We have our original location on May and Britton, and then we have an Edmond location at 2nd and Santa Fe, and then our newest location is our south location at 119th and Western.
Makes it convenient for everybody in our city.
And we're open 7 days a week.
And that helps.
Yes.
We thank you so much, and this has been great. Great show,
Great
Rusty.
show.
Wonderful. We are going to see you next week, guys, and we have a wonderful, terribly fantastic, unbelievable show for you next week. Did I say that?
You did.
Yes.
Yes.
See you next week.
Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, Talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs. Talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs, dogs. Just talking about dogs. Lost and alone, running the street, checking the garbage, looking to eat. Out there sad and on their own, the law will get them if they got no home. Dogs, talking about dogs. Dogs, we're talking about dogs. You say they were angels sent from above, then a year or 2 later you fell out of love. You dumped them, man, and kicked them out. Now what the heck was that about? Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Dogs, them poor little dogs. Talking about big dogs, Talking about a little dog, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging the hole, things like that. Dogs, we're talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs, dogs. Just talking about dogs. Dogs, just talking about dogs.